Good morning, Northeastern Mindanao Academy family, to our faculty and staff, to our parents, to our students. I would like to tell you that it's an honor for me to join you in your virtual devotional this morning. And I would like to thank in a very special way my friend, my brother, Sir John, for inviting me, for letting me part of your ceremony or your virtual devotional this morning. And this morning I'm gonna talk to you for a short time. And I would like to share a word that is very important to not only for the students but for the parents as we move forward to reaching our goal. And this word is very important to me, and I always share this word to students and teachers every time I had an opportunity to talk to the teachers, to the students. In any occasions, I always talk about this word, and that word is resilience. What is resilience? It's human nature to resist change, particularly when it comes in the form of adversity or challenges. Resilience is the capacity to cope with stress and adversity. And the next line is good, and I would like you to remember this. Resilience comes from believing in yourself. I love that. So in order for you to become resilient, you have to believe in yourself, that you can do whatever you want to do in your life, that you have the capacity to do something for yourself and for the goals that you have set in your life. And at the same time, in something bigger than yourself. Resilience is not a trait that people are born with. Remember that. It doesn't come by the time we were born. It involves behavior, thoughts, and actions that can be learned and developed in anyone. So being a resilient is not an inborn, okay? It is a process. It is something that you and I can develop and learn in a process. So in other words, you and I can be resilient in any time, in any day, if we want to. Now, I have here in my hand, I purposely have this. This is a rubber band. I really appreciate this because there are people that are called a rubber band people. Or maybe you are one of those rubber band people. What is that? And who are those people? It says that rubber band people are those people who, no matter what happens to them, always seem to bounce back. So kung imo makita ni gitawag man niya sa Bisaya nga lastiko. I don't know how you say that in your dialect there, pero sa amon sa Ilonggo, lastiko man ni. So bisag unsaon nimo na siya inat-inat, basta dili lang maputol, dili lang nimo putlon. You can stretch it out to the point that it's almost breaking, but it always goes back to its original form. It always bounces back to its original form. So that is an illustration of those rubber band people, that whatever happens to them in their lives, they always find that way to go back to their original form. They may experience illness, family tragedy, bad luck, but it never seemed to keep them down. So aduna yung mga tao nga bisag unsa nga mga pagsulay, unsa mga kasakit, maabot sa ilang kinabuhi, dili gina sila masurrender. Mubalik gina sila. They always find a time or a chance to get back, to reset, get back to where they are heading. And the lesson that we can learn from this rubber band is life can stretch us sometimes to the breaking point in our lives. Okay? So usahay inaton ta sa mga problema sa atong kinabuhi. Usahay inaton ta sa mga kapalaran, sikmasikmahan ta sa mga kapalaran. But if you want to learn a lesson from this rubber band, if you want to learn a lesson as a rubber band person, you will always find time to get back to who you are. Whatever happens in your way, along your way, you will always find your way back to your original form, and you will always find a way back to reaching your goal once again. So that's the lesson that we can learn from this rubber band. You can never be a resilient person if you don't have the attitude of this rubber band. Now, why am I sharing this kind of sermon today? Because I know that after a few hours, you are going to have a rewarding or awarding ceremony. And I really believe that before you reach that award or reward, before you can get that reward or award, you have to be resilient. You will find a lot of, or you will come across with a lot of hindrances along the way. But unless you are able to refocus, to reset your attention on your goals, then that reward and those awards are not yours. So in order for you to reach those, in order for you to get those reward and award, you have to be resilient. You have to focus on what you are aiming to do in your lives. Now, this morning I would like to share some quotations regarding or connected or related to being resilient. And you can decide for yourself if you agree or disagree on these quotations that I will be sharing with you today. But you can keep it in your mind if you agree or disagree. Number one here, and the first one here is, tough times never last, but tough people do. Do you agree on that one? Now, as I have told you, we cannot escape or we cannot deny the fact that as we go along, as we travel to our life's journey, there are a lot of tough times along our way. There will be a lot of tough times along our way. Before you can get that award or reward, or before you can get that or you reach that goal, there will be a lot of tough times on your way. But the quotation says that they will not last forever, but tough people do. But you will last forever. Do you believe in that? I believe in this one. This is a beautiful quotation. Now, here, the second one, and this is, I just read this, or I just saw this on a social media a few days ago. It says, if you want to be strong, learn to fight alone. So if you want to be strong, you have to depend on yourself. You have to trust yourself. You have to believe yourself that you can do. Sometimes it's good to be dependent to someone. Labi na kung ako nung katong college, high school, I was not really good at math. So I am really too bad at math. Sorry sa atong math teacher, pero I'm really so bad at math. So dili ko maapil anang mga honors list or dean's list because of that math, tungod anang mathematics. So akong himuon is I have to depend on someone else. So magpatabang, usahay magpatudlo, magpatutor to those who are really good at math. So, but it says here, if you want to be strong, learn to fight alone. As long as you can fight alone, learn how to stand in yourself, stand your ground, use your feet, use your own feet, use your own wings to fly. Yeah, I agree on this one, 50%. And a 50% is you will never be strong unless you don't fight with God. You have to fight with God. You cannot fight your battle alone, brothers and sisters, students, teachers, and parents. You have to fight your battle with Him, with the one above. So 50-50. Next is, scars remind us where we've been, but they don't have to dictate where we are going. Scars, it means bad experiences, failures in the past. will remind us that once upon a time we failed, that once upon a time we had this bad experience, we had the failures in our lives. Those will remind us where we've been, but those failures, those bad experiences will not dictate, will not lead us to where we want to be. Okay, just remember that. Yeah, I believe in this one. Okay, I believe in this one. For those who are not able to get an award today or the next few days, I would like to tell you that you still have a chance. You still have those chances to get back, to bounce back, refocus, restart, start all over again. Put your trust in God and set the goal in your life. Reach it. Be resilient. And you can do it. I believe you can do it. And this next one is, you never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. I want to be strong, but unless there is someone who can help me to be strong, then my strength is nothing. Okay? And my strength comes from Jesus. I know that I'm strong. Students, you will be strong, or you are strong. You will know that you are strong when you are connected to the strongest person of all time, and that is our God. And the next one is, it's hard to beat a person who never gives up. And I would like to put that in your mind today. Whatever happens along your way, don't give up. Don't give up. Refocus. Fight again. Stand up. If those circumstances knock you down, stand up. Fight again. Beat that 8 count. And don't give up. And I believe you will succeed. Now, those are beautiful quotations that I found from Google or from social media. And for me, those are good encouragement for all of us today. But what if I will share to you some Bible text that would remind us that our journey in this world is not easy, but it will only become easy because there's somebody who is helping us and who is willing to help us. And the first text that I would like to share with you today is found in Exodus chapter 14, verse 14. And this is one of my favorite texts. The Lord will fight for you, and you have only to be silent. Wow, that's a beautiful text. I know you have set goals in your life. I know those of you who are receiving awards today, I know that you have set those goals in your life. But unless you give the person above there a chance to help you, a chance to fight the battle for you, you will not reach that goal. You will not get that reward. You can only get that reward if you put your knees down on the floor and ask the person above to do things for you. I really, really want to tell you that. You cannot brag about who you are, but you can brag about who you trust. And that is our Father in heaven. Then the next one is found in John chapter 16, verse 33. And this is also a beautiful text. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation. That's the truth. In this world we will have a lot of troubles. In your journey as students, in your journey as parents, you will have tribulations. I know that. My parents sent us, the 4 of us actually, to Adventist school, and it's very hard. There were a lot of tough times that they encountered financially. The 3 of us at Mountain View College, full time, all of us full time, is not an easy job for parents. They have those tribulations, they have those problems. But the Bible says, John 16:33, be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. Jesus already overcome the world. As long as you're willing to put everything into his hand, as long as you are willing to ask him to provide everything for you, then you will reach that goal. then you will be fine to whatever you want to be in your life. And that's a promise. And the next one is one of the most beautiful texts in the Bible. And a lot of athletes, a lot of people who are competing are actually using these texts. And that is found in Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. You can memorize this. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So brothers and sisters, students, family members, faculty members, I should say, parents, I know atong mga teacher usay, mawala po na atong pasensya usay sa mga atong mga estudyante. Kaya nagyo po yung mga estudyante nga sulay-sulayan po ang atong patience. Usay, lami nagikaayo ikusi ng mga estudyante nga magbinuang. Pero I will tell you, just hold your peace. You can do it. Give everything to God. Ask God to help you. Hold your peace. And I know you can do it. God will strengthen you. Okay? Remember ko when I was in Thailand, I was teaching kindergarten. Kanang mga gagmay kayo, mga 2 years old, 3 years old. Mga lami gid kayong pangsion kay inig tudlo nimo English unya di sila kasabot. So how can you enjoy learning something that you don't even understand? So dili pagani sila makaistorya og Tay, imo na silang tudloan og English. So dili gina sila malingaw. So samtang magtudlo ko. Ang uban na nila magdagandagan, ang uban nila dito mag-away, ang uban nila magligid-ligid, mga 2 years old, 3 years old. So usahay mahurot gyud ang akong pasensya. You know, sometimes I just lose my patience. So usahay ako nang kanang magdagandagan, ako na silang pretending that I'm going to pick them up and put them on the chair. Pero ang akong ginabuhat kay mahurot naman gyud akong pasensya. Ako nang dakpon diri sa abaga, ali diri dong, pero wa nagikumot na diri gihiid na ang bata. Okay? Mag-ana na ng bata kay matingala ang akong assistant nga ako romanggi guyod nga nagkikiig man kay di ay ang akong kamot ganaana na dito sa sulod gikumot-kumot na usay ako nang kusion bugoy gini mo dodong. Usahay ako nang ibutang samtang mulingkod ko ako na diring ibutang sa akong hita diri sa tunga ako nang ipiton para di mudagan. Pero those were the days, and those are not really a good attitude of a teacher. But what I'm trying to say is there are times that our patience as teachers will be tested by our students. That's the fact. It's a part of our job. So I hope that teachers can also hold your peace, hold your patience. You can do all things. You can do that through Christ. Christ will help you. And the next one here is from Jeremiah 29:11. This is very good too. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. So for our students, for our parents, I know that sometimes moingon-ingon mo, I don't know kung unsa plano anak kong anak. But if you put everything in God's hands, He has plans for your kids. So, padayon lang, being a resilient is being a fighter. Okay? Being a resilient person is just like a rubber band. Okay? If you find yourself in a failing situation, sige lang. Just hold your peace, reset, refocus, restart, and you start all over again. Okay? Ka-remember ko one time sa akong experience when we first came here in the US. Ako yung problema primero is how can I work here? How can I find a job? So to make the long story short, I started as a janitor. So nag-apply ko sa nursing home, wag yung laing masudlan kung dili magiging janitor. So I worked as a janitor, and then while I was doing it, sometimes maglimpyo ko sa mga rooms while I was cleaning the toilets. I always cry. Okay? So usay magtrapo-trapo ko dito, mabantayan ako, maghilak na ko. And I'm always asking God, why am I here? Okay? I graduated as theology. I want to be a pastor. But why am I doing these things? So say, og di na ako makaya mo gawas ko adto sa akong sakyanan. Pahid dito hilak-hilak ko dito ako. Hipahiran ng luha. Ya, balik na po. Murag wala lang, pero wa na. Nakuha na dito, nakilikili na. So ako na siyang experience for years and years, okay? Nga, mangmangutanan ako sa Ginoo, ano sa mga imong plano sa akong kinabuhi. And then, I finally found this small church. Nga doon na lamang sila mga 13 church members. So I found it. I applied as a volunteer. And the conference said, okay, you can go there. If you really want to be a volunteer pastor there, you can do that. And that's the beginning of the history. And now I'm working there. And the conference right now is giving me another church. And it's getting there. So now I am holding Duhana Church. It started from being being a person who never gives up on your dream. Just put in your mind that the dreams that you have set in yourself is a dream that you can reach if you put your trust in God, if you let God fight your battle. To the students, I would like to tell you to be strong along your way of reaching that goals, reaching that award, getting that award or reward. You will encounter a lot of challenges. You will encounter a lot of things that would put you down. You will encounter a lot of things, a lot of challenges that would stretch your life to the breaking point, to your breaking point. Based on my experience, you go to college, you will have a lot of experience that would stretch your life to the breaking point. But again, I would like to tell you, be resilient. Put your trust in God. Remember, somebody up there is fighting your battle. Remember that somebody up there has already overcame the world. That somebody up there has a plan for you. A plan to prosper you and to give you hope. To the parents, I know some of you, if not all of you, have encountered a lot of trouble sending your kids to Northeastern Mindanao Academy, our institution. And maybe most of you are having hard time financially. But again, I would like to tell you, if there is that somebody who could demonstrate to your kids to be resilient, how to be resilient. If there is somebody who could tell your kids that they can do all things through Christ, that would be you, parents. I would like to challenge you that. If there is the first person who could show them how to be resilient, how to be strong, and how to stand firm and reach that goal, it's you, parents. It's you. And also to our teachers, when the students are at school, you stand as their parents, their advisors, their mentors. Please tell them that they will reach whatever goals they have set for their lives only if they will put everything on the hands of God. Only if they will become resilient, and only if they will recognize that they cannot do anything without God. Tell them that they can do whatever they want to do in their lives through Christ, who is behind them, who is in front of them, who is on their left side, who is on the right side, guiding the path. The Bible says, trust in the Lord with all your hearts and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. Teachers, parents, students, thank you very much for this privilege to talk to you this morning. Sir John, my brother, my friend, thank you very much for inviting me to be a part of your devotional today. Teachers of Northeastern Mindanao Academy, thank you very much. Some of you, I know some of you, or some of you know me. And I hope that you will also be a resilient teacher, that you also be strong in whatever circumstances that you would come on your way as teachers, and also to our parents. Be resilient. Be that person who can put everything in God's hand. And I believe all this, when we try to gather all this, we only have that one promise that we will be to where we want to be if we put our trust in God. So thank you very much once again. And I hope that you have learned something from a short devotional sermon today. God bless you all. Good luck and congratulations to all of you.